What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. It is the 3rd day of July. Here we are with about 8 hours and 41 minutes left in the day, sitting here at $109.5 thousand, just below there. If we're looking at this here, we're up 0.5% on the day, but if you're looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, it tells a bit of a different story. We've had quite the squirrely past 24 hours now, you guys. Just moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down, moving up, and moving back down. Very, very volatile, very tradable. Very, very tradable if you're choosing the right direction. 1 hour, the 1 hour RSI at the moment looks very bullish. Absolutely it does, but this rejection off the overbought zone and this lower high here, it makes me wonder. It does make me wonder. But this thing's been so damn bullish that I don't know, man. There's a couple of conniptions I guess I have with the RSI and with the price here, right? Here, from a low to high, that conniptions toward the bullish effect, right? Low to high here, if this is a bull flag, and it looks like that was a bull flag right there, if that's a bull flag, well, you missed your measure move. Typically with bull flag breakouts, you would go to your measure move, right? That's the expectation, but you're fighting it. You're definitely fighting it, and volume's dying off a little bit. And this is on Binance, so I trust the volume here. Let's look at it on Coinbase too, just for comparison's sake. I mean, their volume's building actually, in all fairness. So, and I don't know as far as like volume goes, if volume's building overall in the space on that last pump, or if it's decaying overall in that last pump. But on Binance, one of the more prominent, the most prominent exchange actually, it was decaying a little bit. But that's still good volume. That is still good volume up there. Looking at the liquidation map, we do have some shorts to clear out, getting toward like 111K and stuff like that. So maybe we push. I've noticed that sometimes, and not always, just because we have shorts up here, we're closer to clearing these out than we are to clearing out these longs. Doesn't mean that we have to move up, right? But it also doesn't mean that we have to stop here. We actually could push through, and I would think, move up to, what is that, 111 and a half, 111.6K. I mean, if we were to move all the way up there, that lines up, that's a little bit above our measure move here, and that might make sense. That could definitely make sense, and we could absolutely push higher than that. Being that close to the all-time highs, it makes you wonder if we would push higher than that. I know Bitcoin does like to mess around whenever it is breaking toward new all-time highs, right? Like here, whenever you got very close to your all-time highs right here, you're at about 107K, and your all-time highs back here were 109K. You dropped all the way down, and then you came back up, right? And then, I mean, of course, then we barely broke them, and now we're... And then we dropped more afterwards. So if we were to get up here, I would expect some volatility, and that also might explain why we're seeing this express volatility right now. But looking at the 1 hour RSI, I suppose I'd be bullish, or well, yes, bullish, but a little bit bearish momentarily. Maybe over the hours to come, a little bit bearish. Where are we gonna go? 109.3.5K right now. I mean, we could find support at about 109.2K. Nothing too crazy, but a little bit lower. That would probably get our RSI to the 50 or even below there, which would be good enough to find support and then move up and recover. Low to high here, you actually went just below the 236. Bitcoin's been doing that lately, man. It's been going just below the 236 and then finding support. And then here, you found support right off the 236. So if you don't find support here at 109.2K, maybe it's at 108.4K or somewhere in between there. You know what I mean? So somewhere in between there could very well be where we go. Let me look at something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, 108.4K is a very real possibility, you guys. Absolutely it is. But time will tell. Again, looking at this heat map here, I like this one a little bit more. But don't rely on it, right? I don't think that this is the most accurate data, but it is pretty accurate for all intents and purposes. You can see that there's a lot of longs that are about to get cleared out here. Not like anything too crazy, but a lot of longs that are about to get cleared out here. We've got a very significant reading up here, and we're kind of right in the middle of the zone. What's interesting that I find is that we've gotten super close to clearing out these shorts. I really thought yesterday that we would, just based off this, longs. We were so close to hitting that area. I thought that we would sweep 108K, but we didn't. We actually ripped from there all the way up. So again, just showing that even being close points here. Here you were very close to clearing out some shorts, and you just didn't do it. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go down and you have to go higher. But just if we were to go lower, I would expect we'd probably find support around 108.4K, if not lower, but something around there, and then continue to move up. Then we're gonna, I mean, absolutely, I believe that we're gonna crash through 111K, 112K. We should be on our way to new all-time highs. I mean, at this rate, man, it could be by the end of the day. What do we got? We got 8 hours, 36 minutes left in the day. Yeah, with how fast this thing's been moving, absolutely, it could be. We could do both of those by the end of the day, man. Go down here, come back up. Maybe we're not at new all-time highs by the end of today, if we were to do that, because that would be a little bit excessive, I guess. Right here's the new day right there. So we'd have to see some even more wicked volatility than what Bitcoin's been seeing right now. But I do assume we will be at new all-time highs soon enough, you know, just to make that clear. Looking at the RSI on the 4 hour, seeing some very bullish readings, okay? Rejecting the overbought zone is not bullish, okay? But rejecting the overbought zone and finding support at the 60, that is bullish. If you can't get into the overbought zone, that would take this bearish thing that turned bullish into a bearish thing again. So if you can't get overbought, then we're back on the bearish note, and that could allow us to drop down to the 50 area, find support, and then move up from there. If we were to go to the 50 area, I suppose it would be completely possible that we do go below this low here. We found immaculate support at this level, didn't we? Right here, prior high, prior low right there, or current low right there. Found immaculate support right there. If we're looking at this from a low to high overall, wicks below the 236, I don't know, man. At this rate, I have a hard time seeing it happen, but if we were in the 4 hour RSI to go to the 50, I mean, that would probably take us right to about 108.4K. I guess I don't have a hard time seeing that. And if we were to go lower, 107, 106.7K would stand to find support as well. You know what I mean? We've got stuff to liquidate down there as well, so it's possible. It's definitely possible. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If Bitcoin goes down to 106K, we're fine. We're fine. It's just a little bit volatile, clearing out some longs before we start pumping. That's actually very normal. And if that were to happen, it probably happens super fast before we move higher. All that to say, though, guys, we're just getting ready. We're wound up. We are ready. We're getting more ready, minute by minute, day by day, to break out to new all-time highs, okay? I don't know what to make of this, man. Like, is this overall thing, it can't, that's not a diamond, no. That is definitely not a diamond. It's too rectangular. But it might be a bull flag. It absolutely might be a bull flag. And if we're looking at it on a 3-day time frame, I think we can build the case out for that. If this is a bull flag, which it kind of looks like one, right? You've got the flag pole. You've got the flag itself, you know. Did we have straight upside the whole time here? No, we had ups, and then we had downs, then we had ups, and we had downs, we had ups, downs, you know. Little insignificant drops in here, going down to about 106K. That'd be a very insignificant drop right there. So I'm just saying it really could happen. But if this is a bull flag, and I think it is, low to high, diamond top turned into bull flag, man. Low to high, I mean, we're going all the way up to 147, 150K, you guys. Fast, too, right? Fast. Because typically, with a bull flag breakout, which we are breaking out right now, to the bullish effect, by the way, right? We are actually breaking out. We've been breaking out for the last, like, week now. Maybe, sorry, like the last 4 days now. When we break out, I doubt that it's going to be like this on the way up, right? I would expect it's pretty similar to what we saw here, and maybe even faster, because we will be at new all-time highs. It's very possible that it's even faster, but time will tell. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Let's throw that bull flag measure move up there one more time, and then we'll measure where we're going. Okay, high to low here. The expectation, at least in my opinion, would be that we do see targets all the way up at about 180, 190K. This bull flag measure move takes us right between 140 and 154K. If I had to guess which way we're going, right, are we going to stop right here in the middle of these fibs, right at the measure move? Maybe, but probably not. Are we going to stop below? Maybe, but probably not. I'm thinking we're going to go to 154 to 161K before we really find any kind of turbulence. Turbulence in the form of like this right here, and maybe even lesser turbulence than that, right? Maybe it's like half as dramatic as this, but I would assume that we do go up to this area probably in late July. We'll be at about 150 to 160K. If not there, then we're at least at 140K. Consolidate, and then depending on where we are, we'll either have a move like this or a move like this going into August, late August probably, where we are up at about 180 to 190K. I don't have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said everything I need to say, so hit that like button, please. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys. Thank you all for being here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-day time frames in a row. Definitely not that much on the daily. It looks so much better on the 3-day time frame than it does on the daily. And then the weekly time frame, looking for week number 2. Man, if we can close 3 days, 9 hours from now, if we can close this green and greener, if we can close at new all-time highs, man, we'll be overbought, and that just solidifies what I've been saying this whole time, is that we are getting ready to move up dramatically higher. 6 to 7 weeks of upside on average. Normally that's what it means. At least this whole cycle, that's what it's meant whenever we get overbought. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye.